Is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Archewell Foundation on the brink of bankruptcy? Well, based on the latest 2022 charity tax filing, it's not looking good for them. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness. Yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we, because Archewell Foundation, the 2022 charity tax filing, otherwise known as a Form 990, has been released, and it's not looking good at all for Archewell Foundation. Are they on the brink of bankruptcy? Well, if they're going to go forward with, being in a deficit every single year, oh, hell yeah, they're a hop, skip, and a jump away. Let me explain. So, donations to the Archewell Foundation have dropped dramatically by a whopping $11 million, sending it into the red, sending it into a deficit. Now, we're going to get onto this a little bit later on, but it said here that the couple's right-hand man, James Holt, got a massive 280% pay rise. Now, please, can someone make the math make sense there? If you're in a deficit, why are you giving pay rises? A whopping 280% pay rise. Something doesn't make sense to me there. Now, they have released their charity's annual report and also the film on the same day, mind you, as Princess Catherine released her film with her children, which, by the way, for the Sussexes to drop their Archewell Foundation film on the same day, I don't think it's a coincidence, do you? I know, right? But the income tax return filed in the US has revealed today that in 2022, donations were down to just over $2 million. Now, in 2021, they got a lot more. They got $12.9 million. So it's an absolute whopping drop of $11 million in donations. It's absolutely insane. So let's go to the form itself, because when you look at these figures side by side, the comparison is absolutely stark. And you get the idea that at the end of the day, if this continues, yeah, Archewell Foundation is definitely on the brink of bankruptcy here. So you've got 2021, the total revenue was just over $13 million. Current year, 2022, just over $2 million. Now, revenue less expenses. So in 2021, that was just over $9 million. But in 2022, it's in the red. It's in the deficit of $674,485. So nigh on $675,000 in the red. So when you see those figures and you see here that for some reason James Holt, that works for the charity, was handed a massive 280% pay rise, how is that justified when they are literally in a deficit for 2022 of a whopping nearly $675,000? It's insane, guys. It's insane. Now, here, I'm a little bit dubious about this particular part of the form. Why? Let me explain. So this part of the form is, okay, where did you get the money from? Where did you get the circa $2 million from, right? So we've got two separate donations, right, of $1 million each. Fair enough. Type of contribution, it was a person that did it. Fine. Okay. Who was it from? Now, this is where, to me, it starts getting very, very dodgy. Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, right? If they're not declaring the source of their income, the source of their donations, then how do we know, and I'm just asking for a friend here, that this ain't money laundering? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm not making a statement of fact. I'm just asking a question. How do we know that this ain't money laundering if they're not going to declare on the tax return the source of that income, the source of those donations? Interesting, right? It's interesting what they put on the form, but it's equally interesting what they don't put on the form, guys. Now, the foundation employed 5 people with salaries totaling $640,441. Nigh on the $675,000 circa that they're in a deficit at the moment. Now, to the credit, and it says it on the form, let's take it, all right. Hazza and Megzy did not take a salary, apparently, okay? Now, James Holt in particular, he was paid $227,405 for the year, including a $20,000 bonus. This was around about $170,000 pay rise from what his starting salary was back in 2021, which was $59,846. Again, when you've got a deficit of nearly $675,000, how can a charity justify this James Holt getting an increase of $170,000? Nearly a third of the deficit there. Now, the form also confirms that yet again, Hazza and Megzy just didn't put the work in, apparently, and that they only worked 1 hour a week each at the Archewell Foundation. So, just like 2021, 2022 followed suit. And let's go a little bit further into now the wages, because you see here, James Holt, Executive Director and President, whopping $227,405 in salary, okay? Now, look at this here. Shauna Knapp. She's co-executive director. She's the treasurer, and she's also the secretary. So she's a co-executive director. James Holt's the executive director. She's co-executive director, yeah? Do you see the difference in pay there? He's getting nearly $230,000. And she's only, in comparison, getting $93,000 approximately. If we just round up the figures here, right? That is a considerable wage difference between a male and a female that nigh on have the same role. He's executive director. She's co-executive director. And I point this out because remember earlier on this year when Meghan won that Miz Foundation award, being the 35th inspirational female leader to receive the Woman of Vision award at the Miz Foundation's annual charity gala in New York City earlier on this year, right? Interesting. The charity announced that she would be receiving the award for her global advocacy to empower and advocate on behalf of women and girls. Oh, well, that's really nice. Maybe she should empower and advocate in her own freaking backyard when it comes to Shauna Knapp. Because the pay disparity here is just as stark as the freaking donations between 2021 and 2022. James Holt, male, getting $230,000. Shauna Knapp, female, only getting in comparison nearly $93,000. Oh, there's a considerable pay gap there. But no, don't worry. Megsy's got the credentials anyway for being an inspirational female leader and, you know, for her global advocacy to empower and advocate on behalf of women and girls. Yeah, the hypocrisy is off the charts with this thing. And Twitter has been Twitter. Yeah, you guys have responded. So I saw Emily Ferguson here tweet about this a lot. And she's the digital royal editor for the Daily Express. And she noted, look, you know, Prince Hazza, Megzy again, just working for 1 hour a week. She also noticed, look, you know, James Holt's getting a whopping 280% salary increase, starting on nearly 60,000 and then going up to 230,000 approximately with a 20,000 bonus. So it ain't just me that's noticed this. You know, other people have as well. And let me finish with Meghan's mole, my good friend. If you're not subscribed to on YouTube, get it done now. And she says The IRS needs to investigate these two fraudsters. Don't forget their 13 Delaware bank accounts. And do you know what? Given everything that I've just explained in terms of the figures, yeah, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, I totally agree with Meghan's mole. The IRS needs to investigate the Archewell Foundation accounts. Furthermore, they need to investigate the 13 Delaware bank accounts. Because something's not mathing up here. Something's wrong with this picture. Why would you give someone a 280% increase in salary from $60,000 to nearly $280,000 when the charity is in the red by nearly $675,000? This doesn't make sense. Why confirm on the charity tax return that you got 2 donations of $1 million each, say that it was done by a person, but then not confirm the source of those donations? Something stinks, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And I'm totally with Meghan's mole on this one. The IRS need to investigate, and they need to investigate like yesterday. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Vault Nerd tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a Christopher Boozy meltdown on Twitter. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about the Archewell Foundation, do you believe they're on the brink of bankruptcy like me? Well, make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.